Hello and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, what's up? My name is Gemma and I talk a lot about user experience and user interface design. If that's something you're interested in, then why not hit that subscribe button. Before we get into the video today, I would just like to say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers. It's been nice to interact with you all and it's fun to kind of see where this channel goes to, and yeah, I just wanted to say thank you very much for subscribing and I hope you stick around because there's a lot more stuff to come. But until then, let's get on with the video, shall we? So today we're going to talk about how to work with developers, and there's always a misconception that designers need to know how to code, and this isn't true. It's useful for designers to understand how products are built. Now, what I mean by that is how systems work together, how front end talks to back end. Designers need to understand how systems are built and then apply that knowledge to their design process. To keep this video a little bit simple, I'm going to split it into two categories, which is going to be the front end and the back end. Simply put it, you do need to work with two teams, but the conversations are slightly different. So let's talk about the front end team. Front end developers concentrate on the aesthetics. They usually use coding languages which are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, not to be confused with Java, and they use these languages to bring your designs to life. Designers should be involved in the handover process, and they should hand over everything they need for the developers to be able to build the designs. Using a tool like Zeppelin, which is compatible with Sketch, Figma, and XD, and sometimes even Photoshop, the developers can jump in and see all the necessary CSS and colors, font sizes, you pretty much name it, it's all in this software. And it kind of saves you some time in having to write a handover document, which is kind of old school now. Using a tool such as Zeppelin can actually benefit you, as you don't really need to do much. You just sync your files to Zeppelin and the developer can just jump in and use it whenever they like. Front-end developers will usually call upon you for ideas to do with transitions, and it's your job to be able to communicate this effectively. Usually we would find a video or something similar online so they can have a look at. You're not actually required to show them how to code this. It's just a visual way of handing over some elements. Maybe you can add in some comments to your InVision links and just say, hey, I would like this to happen and here's an example. That's super beneficial to the front-end development team and they will thank you for it, trust me. Now let's talk about the back-end team, shall we? These guys usually concentrate on how the product works, how features speak to one another, and concentrate on how things work more on the server side and not the client-facing side, is what we refer to usually for the front end. They usually use coding languages which is Java, PHP, Ruby, Python, .NET. There are so many different languages compared to what the front end guys tend to use, but the back end is more of a broad spectrum, and it kind of does depend on the client and what systems they want to use. There are so many different things, but this doesn't actually affect you as a designer, but it affects the development team and how things interact with each other. With these guys, you need to communicate how features work. Now, they don't concentrate on how features look, they need to know how they work and how they interact with each other. You usually hand over wireframes to these guys so they can see how features interact with each other and how they work together. And usually if they have any questions, you will usually be the point of contact where they will just clarify a couple of things with you just to make sure that everything is right and everything is understood correctly. There is also usually a handover process where you will sit down with the team in general, you will run through all the wireframes, you will run through all the visual stuff, so everyone within the development team understands how the product needs to work and how all the features work together. So even though there is a handover process and you've done everything that you can, there are still some loopholes that tend to happen, and the developers are the ones who normally pick this up. So when that happens, you usually sit down, have another meeting and discuss what you can do next. So in short, no, you do not need to know how to code to be able to work with developers, but it's extremely important to understand their process and understand how they build things. And doing so will actually dramatically improve your design process because you will understand the limitations on things. You will understand if something can be built, if something cannot be built, if something can be built in a certain amount of time, how things are going to take longer. And it's really, really important to understand their process, to be able to work with them, to be able to discuss things, to be able to talk on their level. So yeah, Do you need to know how to code? No, but it's actually quite fun if you do. So, if you like this type of content, why not like and subscribe and get notified every time I upload a new video? If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do so here. And until next time, bye!